I think it's taken me this length of time in my career to recognise that. I think for the most part, academics think they have to do things on their own. I can't remember who in our group decided to contact LTDS, but it's an obvious step for me is to contact those people who are expert in developing curricula and know alternative ways to teach and also to assess and to construct a kind of learning environment for students.
LTDS were able to support us through consultancy support, and we met with a couple of the colleagues there who gave us some techniques that we could use, approaches that we could adopt, strategic thinking that we could consider to reflect on the way that which we do things.
You bounce ideas off and then they have an idea you might never have thought of, and then it sort of springs a different idea in your head, and then you end up somewhere maybe a little bit different than you expected.
So that we can quickly explore in collaboration how we can make the teaching materials that we're delivering within a module more exciting, more accessible and more impactful for our students.
The education field changes so quickly, and one of the things that I've always been impressed with for LTDS is that they have a horizon scanning approach, and they will look at advancements or increases in different technology assisted learning.
We've made use of the digital exams, and we've been working very closely with LTDS as to how those digital exams work for our modules, the way in which we ask questions, the way in which we want to mark the questions.
Implement formative assessment quizzes in some of the modules to scaffold learning.
LTDS were very useful in terms of developing the resources that we needed. Things like Canvas pages, videos, and other such things.
And I think for us it's just a different approach and an expertise in terms of accessibility and the types of resources you can create.
UKPSF has certainly helped to improve my role as a teacher in the sense that I do things in a more deliberate way, and I think that helps to encourage student confidence.
The workshops within NEPS hugely benefited me. They give you lots of sort of additional knowledge, educational theory that you can form the basis that you'll build on. Having a strong basis there I thought was hugely beneficial because it means you've got a starting point.
There's great resources, there's a new module to support introductions to teaching and learning that you can dip into. It's not just for our academic colleagues. I've found them really helpful in supporting technicians and also professional services colleagues who support teaching and learning.
LTDS as a service goes way beyond just attending the workshops either online or in person. It can be much more personalised, so if you've got a really specific problem, then don't think that that's too niche or too specific for LTDS colleagues to support you with.
Because LTDS was able to put us in contact with other schools and other areas of the university that were trying to do similar things.
My favourite bit of work with the service has very much been the service reaching out into schools and working as liaison to work with colleagues to realise the potential of the technology that they're working with and to solve some problems that colleagues have had for probably many months and years.
LTDS really have that opportunity to explore the education sector, have that scope to look at what those advancements are and bring that to educators who are at the coalface of doing that teaching delivery.
What might make the student's life easier, our lives easier, improve the student experience.
It's a really unusual thing as academics to have a piece of space where you can actually think about what it is that you're doing teaching-wise.
Anyone who hasn't considered or gone to LTDS, be it their website or an individual directly,
just to know what else is possible.
Reach out because their reach is diverse.